Hello and welcome to my Game Week 10 Sky Bet Championship predictions for this weekend's matches. We've got a few big games on the occasion this weekend. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you do enjoy these championship predictions. We'll just jump straight into them, shall we? Let's just jump straight into Friday night's kickoff between Middlesbrough and Ipswich. Middlesbrough take on Ipswich then on Friday night, and this game really could define the season for both of these sides, you would imagine. Middlesbrough will be lucky to win this under Rob Edwards. They've only won one in the last 5 matches of recent times. Ipswich finally getting that big derby win over Norwich City last time. First game back from the international break in the championship, so this should be an interesting one to watch. 1-1 draw last time they did play on the 13th of April 2024. 2023, 9th of December was 2-0 away with for Ipswich. Ipswich do have a pretty not a great record here at Middlesbrough. Lost 5, won 2 and drawn 2, of course winning recently last time out. Middlesbrough currently still sits second in the league, 1 point behind Coventry, who are currently top of the table. I think Middlesbrough might get over the line in this one. I think Ipswich are pretty tricky customers, although under Kieran McKenna just starting to find their stride in the league. I am going to back a 1-1 draw between these two sides. Bit of a blockbuster on Friday night to open things up after the international break. So you're back in Ipswich to get a draw at the Riverside with a 1-1 against Middlesbrough in this one. Ipswich to get a draw at Middlesbrough in this one. Oxford Derby then at 12:30. Gary Rowett taking on his beloved Derby because I think he supports them. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oxford haven't won since that 3-1 away win at Bristol City. They will be looking to do a bit better than that. Derby have drawn the last 3 games on the trot in the league by a 1-1 scoreline. Last time they said play was a 1-1 draw last season back on the 22nd of October 24, and it was a 0-0 draw on the 11th of February on a Tuesday night. Derby have won this game 3 times out of the 6 occasions these have played. They do have an okay record away at Oxford, winning 3-2 respectively. Well, comfortably on the previous matches. To back Derby again, I'm not going to back Derby again. I'm going to back another draw in this one. I'm going to back a 0-0. I think this would be a really cagey game of football. John Eustace, Gary Rowett, similar styles of football, and that's why I can see a 0-0 played out in this one. So you're back in a 0-0 between Oxford and Derby. QPR Millwall then in what is a little London derby. This one is on main Sky, so we will be able to view for people up and down the country. Well, all the half-12 games are in League 1, League 2 and the Championship. Last time these sides did play, QPR Millwall's 1-1 draw back on the 21st September 2024. They're back at the Den. It was a 2-1 home win for Millwall in that one. Millwall currently 8th, just outside the playoffs. QPR in the playoffs under Julian Stefan. A lot of questions coming into the season over Julian Stefan, but he has definitely responded to the critics that would question. QPR with a nice 2-1 away win over Bristol City last time out. Millwall get a nice 3-0 win against West Brom after that 4-0 heavy defeat to Coventry City in there. I am going to back I'm going to back a 2-2 in this one. 3 draws on the trot. I know 3 different score draws though. On 1-0 of course in there as well. I'll go back a 2-2 Desmond in this one. I think this could be a great game of football. I think it's 2 attacking teams. So back a 2-2 draw in this one. Wouldn't be surprised if QPR won it though. Wouldn't be surprised if Millwall won it. It's just one of them games where anybody could win. 2-2 draw between QPR and Millwall in this one. Southampton Swansea is the 12:30 kickoff. Swansea not doing great recently. 3-1 at home, loss to Leicester before the international break. Southampton beaten in 3, and this is the kind of fixture they would want. Swansea City at home, a nice team to try and beat quite comfortably for the Saints in this one. Last time they did play was in the FA Cup last season. 3-0 home win for Southampton. 3-1 away win for Southampton back at Swansea. That was 5-0 back on Boxing Day 2023. Swansea 6th, 12th. Southampton sitting 17th, 1 point behind Birmingham, Hull and Portsmouth and Charlton and Swansea and Watford. Southampton could jump up to they could be in the playoffs if they do win, but I don't think they can due to teams playing each other in and around there. I'm going to back Southampton. This one's going to be an easy win for the Saints. In this one, I am going to back Southampton to win this by 3-0 over Swansea. I think Southampton are going to finally click into gear. This is going to be the game. They do, I think Swansea do look a little bit poor at the moment under Alan Shearer. Those were back in the States. So it's by 3-0 over the Swans in this one. Birmingham Hull is the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs we are predicting. Birmingham home form has been pretty good. I think they were beaten so far this season at home. Bit of a disappointing last time they were at home 2-2 draw. Home to Sheffield Wednesday. Good. Was it a decent point away at Wrexham 1-1 draw last time out? Don't know about that. Hull did beat Sheffield United. Very good, solid home win for them over Chris Wilder's Blades. Hull 1 win in the last 5. Birmingham 2 losses in the last 5. So do Birmingham win this, or do Hull break the St Andrews curse of being unbeaten in like 29 games? Or something last time they did play was a 2-1 home win for Birmingham in the FA Cup. It was 2-0 to Hull in that one. I did go to that one where it was really second game. I think I had enough of his football by then. 1-1 draw in the FA Cup. There was 2-1 Birmingham, 1-1 on the 5th of March. Yeah, I am going to back a Birmingham win. I'm just going to back them I'm going for a nice 1-0 home Birmingham win in this one, just because I don't think Chris Davies' football is that exciting, to be honest. And yeah, I think Birmingham will just get over the line against Hull in this one by 1-0. Charlton versus Sheffield Wednesday. Now then, both sides have been on a bit of a slump recently. Charlton, saying that, they did beat Blackburn, and Sheffield United recently did lose to Preston for the international break. Currently just at 13th. Sheffield Wednesday currently sits in 23rd spot with just the 6 points, but they're doing okay. They're still above local rivals Sheffield United. Sheffield is still shit according to the table. Last time they did play was in League 1, 1-0 away win for Sheffield Wednesday on the 25th of February, but before that was a 1-0 home win for Wednesday at Hillsborough. I think this could be an interesting one. Sheffield Wednesday doesn't help that they've got so many injuries as well as their players not getting paid. I think I did see something that they might be getting paid now, though. I think they got September's wages through the door. Anyway, Charlton under Nathan Jones were very tricky customers at the Valley as well. I think Sheffield Wednesday are going to lose this one. I'll go back Charlton and Nathan Jones to win this by 2-0 over Sheffield Wednesday in this one. I think it'll be a nice home win for Charlton in this one. I think they'll beat Sheffield Wednesday quite comfortably by 2-0 in this one. Coventry take on Blackburn now then at Coventry City's, at the CBS, of course. Coventry absolutely battering teams recently. 5-0 over Wednesday, 4-0 over Mill, and 3-0 over Birmingham. Is it going to be 6 of the best for Coventry City in this one? Blackburn haven't been great. Currently sit 1 point. Is it 1 point or are they level on points? 1 point above that drop zone, eluded drop zone, of course. 2-0 away with for Coventry last time out, of course. Over Blackburn back on the 21st of January, 3-0 home win for Coventry over Blackburn on the 1st of October 2024. I am gonna back Coventry City to win this. I'm gonna go for a nice 3-1 home Coventry win in this one for Frank Lampard's side. I think Blackburn might score in this one. Just I don't know why they haven't scored it, but it would be the championship if Blackburn did win this game, just due to the unpredictability nature of this division. So you're back in Coventry to win this by 3-1 over Blackburn. Norwich versus Bristol City then, and Liam Manning takes on his former side of this. These are two sides that are really, really out of form. Norwich and Bristol City. Gerhard Struber's Robins haven't won since a 3-0 away win at Sheffield Wednesday. They've slumped to 10th in the table, have dropped behind Ipswich now as well on goal difference. Norwich the same, losing the Derby 3-1. And that record has gone from 16 or 18 years or whatever it was. That has gone completely out of the window. Last time these sides did play was a 2-1 home win for Bristol City. But they're back. Well, Bristol City did beat Norwich at Carrow Road as well. Norwich do have a pretty good head-to-head over the Robins, not on recent years. The last couple of seasons they have struggled against them. I do think Bristol City are going to win this due to, I've got some kind of, I don't know, conspiracy theory that teams do crap after they play in derbies. Prove me wrong. Norwich go back Bristol City to win this 2-1 over Norwich in this one. And yeah, I'm back in Bristol City to win this convincingly, or just over Norwich in this one by 2-1 away from home. Sheffield United, Watford now, and this should be a perfect game for Sheffield United to get winning football matches again. Only beat Oxford recently. They currently sit on 3 points at the moment in the Championship. It would be nice for them to get onto 6 and maybe overtake their local rivals, Sheffield Wednesday, and leave them bottom. Last time they did play was a 1-0 home win for Sheffield United on the 1st of September, but they're back at Watford. Was a 2-1 away win for them. In that one, Chakford Tadze is out injured. That is a big loss for Watford. They did sack Paolo Pezzolano. Javier Gracia is back in charge, and that is why they're losing this game to Sheffield United. And yeah, that is an early sign for my prediction. Watford did beat Oxford last time out under Paolo Pezzolano. I'm not sure why they sacked their coach if they beat Oxford recently. They're beaten in 3 as well. Very confusing, but it is Watford, don't forget. Back in Sheffield United to win this, of course, Chris Wilder's side to go over the line 2-1 at home. Yeah, crazy. This was Premier League fixture a few years back. 2-1 Sheffield United in this one over Watford. And yeah, I think Watford could slump down the table. Javi Gracia, absolute rubbish manager in my eyes. Stoke, Wrexham then. Wrexham starting to pick up a little bit now under Phil Parker, although still sits 18th in the table. Birmingham sits 16th, just above them after their recent matches. Stoke have won this 4 times in the past, 1 draw and 0 losses, but these have all been in friendlies and in the FA Cup. Stoke did beat them 3-1 in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. It was a pretty real competitive game, wasn't it? Wrexham do have a few injuries. Stoke are okay. They seem to have dropped off a little bit. Only 1 win in the last 5, and that was quite a way away. And it was that 1-0 win over Birmingham. Stoke should win this. Mark Robbins should get them fired up. Wrexham, I think, are going to be looking maybe at sacking Phil Parkinson if they did lose this game, which wouldn't surprise me. They haven't done the best so far. I'm going to back Stoke in this one for another 2-1 home victory. That's back-to-back 2-1s from me now, but I'm back in Stoke to get over the line against Wrexham in this one by 2-1. So, yes, Stoke to win at the bet 365 again. Final 3 o'clocker then as West Brom take on Preston. West Brom not been on the best form, only 1 win in the last 5, and that was over Norwich. They currently sit 7th in the table, 14 points for them. Preston currently sit in 4th with 16 points. Very good stuff at Paul Heckingbottom's men so far this season. The first 9 games, Preston always do seem to start quite well. West Brom did beat them last time they did play at the Hawthorns 3-1. It was a 1-1 draw back in November, back at Deepdale. Yeah, West Brom will be looking to win this, you'd imagine. Yeah. Preston beat Charlton quite comfortably last time out as well. West Brom will look to win this, you would imagine, at home as well, but Preston are tricky customers. I am going to back the Baggies, though, to get over the line in this one. I think it'd be tight, but I think I'm just going to back them. I'm going to go for a nice 1-0 home victory. I think it'd be tight between Heckingbottom's style of play and Ryan Mason. I just don't think they score as many goals as they would like. So, yeah, I'm just backing West Brom to win this by a 1-0 over Peony in this one. And, yeah, Baggies to just get over the line. And then the final game of the match week. I don't think there is a game on the Sunday or the Monday. So, yeah, we jump straight into Leicester City versus Portsmouth. Leicester beating Swansea last time out. Portsmouth beating Middlesbrough, both coming off the back of wins. Portsmouth, yeah, doing okay so far. Currently 14th in the table, of doing more than okay, still above their local rivals. Southampton 1-1 draw last time these times played back in the Championship was on the 31st of December 2011. It was a 1-1 draw both times in that season as they played quick succession. Portsmouth did beat Leicester 6-1 back in 2010 September. Yeah, Leicester maybe starting to click into gear under Marty Cifuentes. Can they get into the automatic spots if Middlesbrough lose this weekend? They certainly can. Portsmouth, I don't think this is kind of going to define their season. I think Leicester City will win this quite comfortably. I think Portsmouth's defence might be under a bit of pressure on this one. I'm going back Leicester City. I'm going to go quite comfortable for Leicester. I'm going for a nice 3-1 home Leicester City win at the King Power in this one. And yeah, back in Leicester to get over the line in this one. So yeah, backing them to win by 3-1. Thank you for watching my Game Week 10 Championship predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be Premier League predictions tomorrow. So don't forget to stay tuned for that, and I'll speak to you all on the next one.